Hi everyone. I said that I would come on and talk to you and have a little bit of an update about my play Big Man, Little Man. So Big Man, Little Man is a play that I've written, started about 2 years ago, started developing it. It's about a 13-year-old boy in a special needs school who's just struggling to find his way in life, and with the help of his teacher and his family, he finds a way through. It's not an easy story. It's tragic most of the way through, but it's a realistic look at special needs schools and the education and the world that young men are growing up in at the moment. So it's a really heavy play, but there's some really brilliant moments in it. And luckily 2 weeks ago, by the magic of crowdfunder, I was able to have a workshop and reading of my play. I hired 7 very, very, very talented actors who came along for the day and read, I think it is version 4 or 5 of the script. And as I expected, there are lots and lots of different things that need to be changed, looked at, edited within the play. But it gave me a real drive and passion to carry on with this play and keep it going and keep pushing it and working with so many wonderful, passionate people to carry this on. So where I am at the moment, we did our reading, and basically you have to take in all the feedback, everything that someone is saying, everyone's talking about, and I just needed a bit of time to process what I wanted from the play itself. Last week I sat down for a long time, all the notes that I've got like pages and pages of notes and stuff that I wanted to look at and change and develop. And the main crux of the problem that I had with the play for the reading the workshop is that there wasn't enough about the stage and how my stage was going to work, which as a drama teacher I was really surprised I couldn't envision my play and where I was going with it. So I spent a little while, and my children have now called this the Big Man, Little Man game board. As you can see, there's different bits of how I want my stage set up, and I've invested some time into making sure that that works, and I have these wonderful little people, and they represent my actors. And what I've been doing is going through my play with my little actors, and they walk around the stage in certain scenes to see if it works. So that was the first basis of going through and making sure that the staging was right. And where I am now is I have got my stage ideas, and I've got to go back into it, make sure that my staging works. And funnily enough, last week I had a conversation with a good friend, just talking about the stage and some of the acting problems, and they know the story really well. And they went, why do you need this actor on stage? So we've removed an actor from the stage, and that seems to have freed up a lot. So that's another massive change to the play, and how the dynamics of it works as well. My main job now is obviously to go back in. When I met some of these characters for the first time with different people, because I've been writing this on my own, lots of the voices in my head blur together. And when I had the actors there, they basically bring these characters alive, and then you're like, I want to know a bit more about them. So I've been having a play around with some new scenes, adding them in, trying to develop some of the original ones and just give them a bit more of a 3D effect, because sometimes they're a bit 2D or a bit wooden. But they're growing, and there's some really nice new scenes with the best friend and how they are connecting and disconnect, which is amazing. And I was lucky enough with the storm to have a day off, so I did a 12-hour session of going through and editing and just being with these characters for a bit. And it was just nice to have that time to really deep dive into it and just be present with the play. This week, unfortunately, it's not unfortunate, it's just I've been wrapped up in a couple of other projects. My Christmas book is meant to be coming out, and we're having a few margin problems at the moment. So I've had reindeers flying around, so Big Man, Little Man's had to take a little step back. but from next week we'll be going back in, diving in. But the next real big step for it is for someone to invest in this play, to put some money in, to say yes. So producers out there who are watching this and going, this sounds like an interesting project, DM me, message me. Let's start a conversation about how we can help young men and just open the world a bit about SND, special needs students, and the world that they're living in. I'll keep going, I'll keep updating, but for now, have a great weekend.